En la ciudad de San Luis Potosí nació una mujer con un sueño extraordinario. Decidió cruzar fronteras, llegar a Austin en busca de superación y encontró un camino inesperado. Se convirtió en una secretaria bilingüe en una importante empresa de bienes raíces, pero su corazón latía al ritmo de otro sueño. Karla Alonso, una apasionada cantante, hizo que sus sueños se hicieran realidad como vocalista principal de la popular banda de Austin Red Focus. Pero Karla no se detuvo allí. También incursionó en la cosmetología y se convirtió en una esteticista profesional, apasionada por la belleza y el cuidado de la piel. Hoy en día es una productora, locutora y figura pública en la estación de radio número 1 en español. Karla es esposa, madre y amante de los animales. Su fundamento es la fe en Dios. Bienvenida, Karla Alonso.
Permíteme saludarte y agradecerte por haber aceptado esta plática.
Gracias a ti, Mauricio, por la invitación. Me siento muy honrada de estar aquí esta tarde. Un gusto.
Nos vamos a compartir con la gente qué es la mentalidad que se requiere para lograr nuestros sueños. Pero antes de todo, ¿cuál es la canción que más te gustó cantar en tus años de artista? Bueno, que lo sigues siendo hasta cierto punto, pero al menos allá afuera en los escenarios.
Algunas canciones de Paulina Rubio eran de las mías, me gustaba mucho, o de Hombres G. Disfruto mucho, soy más de los 80s, 90s.
Excelente.
Sí.
Y obviamente me gustaría partir de ahí, porque uno de los temores más grandes que la gente tiene es pararte frente a un escenario.
Sí.
En el mundo del emprendimiento, del éxito, poder hablar en público, pararte en un escenario es vital para poder escalar a un próximo nivel. Y no sé, ¿te dio natural? ¿Cuándo fue que dices, pues yo quiero cantar? ¿O de dónde nace eso?
Desde niña siempre me gustó cantar. Yo pertenezco a familia de músicos. No son famosos, pero mi tío es ha sido director de bandas musicales, maestro de música. Entonces siempre me vi arropada por ese tipo de influencia. Entonces desde siempre supe que yo quería cantar. Entonces pues me aviento a cantar y luego es algo como que chistoso, porque pues tú sabes que cantar, pararte en un escenario requiere que seas seguro y seas extrovertido, pero era muy tímida. Cuando cantaba, pues cantaba y me metía en la canción, pero ya cuando terminaba la canción me quedaba paralizada, pero creo que eso me ayudó muchísimo a poder sobrepasar esas situaciones difíciles de que qué estará pensando la gente, me estarán viendo. Era incómodo, pero creo que hay que pasar por esas situaciones para poder vencer todos los obstáculos.
Y como considero y creo que es tan importante el poder dominar tus emociones en ese momento, seguramente cuando estaba la gente afuera, no está la música, como tienes que salir, ¿cómo transformas ese miedo en emoción para poder avanzar con todo y ese temor? O simplemente era así como que, bueno, ya te toca, vamos. O sea,
así era, como que agarrar el toro por los cuernos y decir, ni modo, ya estamos aquí, a darle. Y tratar de, más que nada, algo que noté era no ver al público, sino tratar de solamente ver hacia enfrente, pretendiendo que no los veías, pero después terminaba uno conectando. Ya cuando ves una sonrisa de alguien, dices tú, aquí, de aquí soy. Y es cuando empiezas como que a conectar con la gente.
Excelente. Entonces, ¿cuándo fue un momento en tu vida? Porque obviamente no iniciaste cantando, alguien te inspiró en un inicio y llega un punto donde dices, bueno, pues ahora tengo que ir de este tema de la música, porque realmente no sé qué fue primero, si fue que hiciste radio primero la música. Yo creo que primero estuviste en los escenarios, de alguna manera se te diste a conocer y posteriormente tienes la oportunidad de entrar al radio, que es otro de esas cosas que la gente también se atemorizaría, de tener un micrófono y que sabes que te están escuchando ya no 500 personas en un antro o algo así, sino 100 millas en radio. Son millones de gente.
Creo que esa parte fue la más difícil, porque ahí sí tenías miedo a equivocarte. Por ejemplo, en la canción, a veces me podía olvidar una canción y podía yo parar y interactuar con la gente y dejar que la música siguiera. Podías disimular un poquito más. Pero en radio sí era un poquito más complicado porque es tiempo al aire y ahí sí dices, no la puedo regar. Pero pasa, somos humanos y a veces uno de los errores se aprende. Yo creo que eso es lo maravilloso de cometer errores y de que te encuentres en situaciones así, porque de ahí uno aprende. Si no haces esa práctica, no perfeccionas ciertas situaciones.
Claro, yo creo que hoy la gente creo que puede perdonar mucho de eso, ¿no? Si ve que eres humano, que cometes esos errores, como que hay cierta empatía incluso cuando cometes eso. Y lo digo porque hay personas que seguramente hoy que están viéndonos están en ese momento, o sea, que se quieran lanzar, o sea, que quieran hablar en público para su negocio, que quieran visualizarse como locutores y el temor a lo mejor no les ayuda para poder avanzar. ¿Qué fue lo que tú hiciste para mentalizarte y buscar siempre un reto más allá y no quedarte en un mismo nivel?
El hecho de querer superarme y decir, de repente es bonito leer frases donde te dice, hay que ser mejor, la mejor versión de ti al siguiente día. Y créeme, cuando incursioné en la radio, yo no quería incursionar en la radio porque mi sueño siempre fue cantar, ser cantante. A mí me gusta mucho escribía mis propias canciones. De hecho, sí llegué a grabar algunas 3 canciones que yo escribí, composiciones mías. Las grabé y las tengo ahí el demo, pero nunca hice nada porque ya la vida te va poniendo ciertas circunstancias donde yo me caso, tengo mis hijos y bueno, se me presenta la oportunidad de hacer una banda en familia. Dije, bueno, es lo más cercano a poder realizar un sueño que tenía y dije, ¿por qué no? Y así es más flexible. Cuando incursionó a la radio, pues bueno, en la radio solamente era co-host, compañera de un locutor que por cierto le aprendí muchísimo, Carlos Aramburu, al cual le agradezco infinitamente. Él ha sido reportero en San Luis Potosí, comunicador de noticias, entonces aprendí mucho de él. Pero el reto viene, Mauricio, cuando un día él no va a la estación y la estación tiene que seguir y me dicen, tienes que entrar sola. Y yo no sabía mover nada porque sabemos que en muchas otras estaciones tienen al que está manejando, al operador, y nosotros no contábamos con operador. Ahí fue donde dije, no sé. Y claro, obviamente me pongo los audífonos y entro y no les sabía mover los controles y es todo. Tienes que manejar la música, parar la pausa, poder hablar con seguridad y moverle a todo. Fue un conflicto, pero fue muy bueno porque de ahí aprendí y lo perfeccioné. Me pude dar cuenta que tenía la habilidad de hacerlo. Simplemente cuántas veces no estamos en situaciones cómodas y no vamos más allá. Yo creo que lo que me ayuda a mí es estar en situaciones incómodas que te dicen, o te levantas o le das, busca la manera, y es como uno ha ido perfeccionando las cosas. Más fácil. Exacto, yo pude haber dicho, ¿sabes qué? Yo quería decirle, no puedo. Yo le dije, es que ¿cómo lo voy a hacer? No puedo, no, entra. Y gracias a eso, pues se me han dado fácilmente.
Me encanta esa analogía que acabas de dar, porque creo que allí está la línea fina y la enorme diferencia entre los que hacen las cosas en grande y los que no.
Sí.
Es eso, de decir, ok, la vida te presenta tantas, ¿cómo se dice? Curveballs,
sí,
¿no? Y entonces es cómo lo tomas, cómo reaccionas. Hay una parte que es, como seres emocionales, obviamente, somos situaciones que se nos presentan a diario. ¿Qué tan consciente podrías decir que te encuentras hoy de todo tu sistema emocional? ¿Y cómo te ha ayudado a tomar una decisión adecuada en el momento donde hay mucho estrés o mucho enojo o mucho emoción que sea que a veces nos hace cometer una y más tonterías? I don't even know how we got to Spanish.
I know. I was going to tell you.
Did we just start in Spanish?
Yes, you started in Spanish.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. Well, now we'll make it Spanish.
We'll switch it. Okay.
Okay.
That is something really... it's crazy that you're talking about that point, emotions. I consider myself a very emotional person, super emotional. And it's crazy because, you know, when you're too emotional, you can take drastic decisions or go crazy and mess up everything.
Absolutely.
So I guess I've learned throughout this journey to stop, breathe, and try to hold it, and then cool down and try to...
So you would say you're more conscious when you feel it?
Yes, I think I am, because I've been in situations where it's... I've been through situations that it says, yeah, you have the right to walk out because, you know, this is not fair.
Yeah.
But I have to swallow things and say, no, this is not going to defeat me. This is not going to take me down. So here I go again. You knock me down, I get up and do it again. You still step on me, okay, I'm going to redo it again. So I guess that's what been helping me where I got right now. Because being in radio, and more when you have other co-workers that they're men, and you know, men are more dominate to the radio. It's like women, it's not, I mean, you know, how they like to be more on top. So it's not easy, but that's what you have to do. So I guess it's very important that you acknowledge your emotions and try to say, okay, hold on. But yeah, more than one time I've been wanting to just walk out the door and say, this is not for me.
Yeah,
but I think you have to swallow those emotions and try to conquer what you want.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up because it's kind of a common denominator that I see in people that achieve high levels of success is that they really learn to control more here than the emotions. We are human beings, and no matter how good you are, you're still going to get mad. You're still going to get, like you said, any sort of emotion. But that is critical. So I know that in your journey, what was one moment that you can recall? I want to, what's that one moment that you can recall that made you say, world, here I come?
Okay, there was one situation when I started in radio. After being in one station, I moved to this other station, not being a radio host. I went as a board-up. But then they say, hey, we need someone in production. We need a producer. I didn't know nothing about production. So I said, yeah, I hop in. So I went into something that it was totally like the computer. Like starting the computer, I was like, oh, okay. Because I didn't have that, ability to go into
You don't have the know-how
No,
at that moment.
the knowledge at the moment. So my first, that I remember, my biggest struggle in becoming into radio, doing production, was that one of the producers, they said, okay, Karla, you're going to do one commercial. The first week of starting being in production, you're going to do one commercial, and we need it before 5 o'clock. It took me forever to do it, like probably 3 hours.
You mean recording, editing?
Recording, editing,
Okay.
and then uploading it. They kind of taught me during the week, like in 3 days, how is the process, but it's too soon.
Sure.
So I remember that I couldn't do it, and I keep saving it, and I was saving it to, God knows where. I didn't know where it went. It was saving in some folder, but I didn't know I was supposed to save it in a specific folder. So I'm going to be honest, that's when I started crying. I got so frustrated and full of emotions. I was nervous. I was frustrated. I was mad at myself for not being able to do it. So that's the breaking point where you think, okay, either you try to do it and learn how to do it, overcome it, or just take your things and leave. So I cried, and then I remember saying, this is not gonna, how do you say, no me va a vencer.
Yeah, this isn't going to take me down.
No.
So I'm stronger, right?
So I said, I can do it.
And I love what you're saying, because as I hear you talk more and more, you've been through a lot of situations that demonstrate that you got up to fight one more time.
Yes.
That you got up to fight one more time. And I think that is if you keep that try again motor going, so it's really what makes the success.
And I'm going to be honest, I was scared because he was going to tell me, what did I tell you? You needed to do this. So I feel the pressure. So I guess I consider myself, I like to work under pressure. It's crazy. Even though I'm an emotional person, I love to work under pressure. I don't know what is it, but I think that keeps me pushing even harder.
Yeah. No, totally. Well, most people who are very successful too, they work in pressure because they put themselves through a lot of stress, right? You've gone through a lot of stress.
Yes.
Coming from the show today, making it here, that's a stressful moment. Here we are, we're having this conversation, trying to deliver value here to the audience. And so if you're just in a very comfortable place, there's just no way to grow.
Exactly.
And it's good that they hear from people like you, because you probably have stress every day.
Yes, every day.
Coming to the show. Like every day, I think for you, you have the responsibility of having possibly hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people listening, right? It's like preparing everything.
Yes.
I'm sure it's like, no matter how many times I go on a stage and talk, I'm always kind of nervous because it's like a new experience. So I can imagine for you, it's every day, right?
Every single day it's a new day, and you can think, oh, I do this every single day. No, there's new challenges, and I'm glad you touched that conversation about being here. You don't know the stress I went through, because I was wanting to work something for you guys to come over to where I work, and I got a little stressed out about it because I wanted to do it, and I was like, and I thought, if we want to get into the comfortable zone, we will say, you know what, I can do it, sorry, and it's one less thing to worry about. But I said, no, we can make it happen. When Peter worked it out, I was like, okay, I'm there. I compromised to be here, and I'm happy to be here. So it's a matter that you just take all the obstacles and try to do what you feel.
Well, most people will look at you or anybody that's a success, and they kind of look at, they have a perfect life. No, they're doing very well. Maybe I shouldn't say this today, but as I was trying to make it here too, I forgot some things that I was supposed to bring for the Saturday Latin Talks event we have. So I had to go to the store, and I had the stress to get here. I was feeling bad in the car, so I could have just said, you know what, cancel everything. I'm going here. I still feel dizzy, but it's just muscling through those situations, right?
And how do you feel when you go through it and you say, oh, it's over. Oh, I did it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It feels good.
I think one of the things that helped me is like understanding that whatever you feel, you can actually change it into something. You feel tired, you can say, hey, I actually feel great. I'm afraid, I'm excited. I'm not afraid, I'm excited, right? To do these different things. So you are a mother.
Yes.
And you're a wife.
Yes.
And so you have a lot of responsibilities that come with that. And you have 11 pets.
11
all
pets.
Right, hey, listen, we got to talk about that. How do you deal with all that?
I don't know. It's very stressful every day. Like this morning, I got up and I don't feel like taking the dogs out. Because I have my kids, but they're fed up with it. They're like, Mother, it's you that wants the dogs here. We try to help. If we see a pet on the street, we try to help out. My heart cannot see.
Is this something to do with your love for the animals?
Yes. I have a very soft spot for pets. So that's why. And that's how I ended up with 11 pets. It's a hard work every day. It's food that we have to buy. But at the end, I feel good, knowing that they are safe and they have a home. It's crazy.
So these were what do you call them? Maybe not all of them are dogs, right? Or
I have 4 dogs.
Okay.
2 cats, 4 birds, and a lizard. So the 2 dogs I found together on the street one day that I was going to a hair salon. It was really hard. They were all messy. They were, oh my God. And I took them in the car, and I was so stressed getting my hair done, like for 4 hours or 5, and knowing that the dogs were in the car and I had to get someone to feed them while I was in the salon. So those are the stress things that I go through. But I feel good at the end, knowing that I'm doing something. I don't know, it's crazy. But I have a stressful life, and I don't know how I do it, but I just...
You just do it.
I just do
because
it.
That's
I know I have to do it, and you have to.
Winners, they just do it. And,
just do it.
It's important that you mention that because you're a living testament, right? You could be mom, you could be, a partner, wife. You could have 11 pets. You could have the responsibility to be on the most important radio stations, I guess, for the Latino community in Austin, right? So you can do it all. It's not going to come without the stress, but you can pursue your dream. What are you working on right now?
Working out.
If you're, I don't know, if you are, so you're. In other words, maybe rephrase that. What would be Karla's big vision? Like right now, you're in this thing that you're doing right now with the radio station. Would you say that is your professional responsibility mainly,
yes,
right? And there's a lot of things that come with it because you're promoting and you're traveling and you're doing. But do you have a bigger vision to where you want to go?
Yes. Besides the radio station, besides my pets and my family, my house that I still have to cook sometimes, clean the house because I don't have no one to help me clean the house. I'm still happy to do it. I'm not perfect. Sometimes it's a mess. I still have my, on the side, my beauty, it's not a salon, but it's an office where I do skincare. So sometimes right after the radio, like today I came here, but yesterday I had an appointment, so I go straight to my house, prepare the office, have a nice atmosphere for my client, and do it. My vision right now, I started now, I'm the CEO, or how do you say, ¿cómo se dice? Empecé mi compañía de fashion.
Okay.
So I always wanted to have like a boutique with accessories and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm the founder of that right now. I'm trying to grow it and make shirts with nice sayings and stuff, frases bonitas de inspiración o cosas así. So my vision right now is to grow it and just be happy and more creative. So it's a lot to create and creativity, and I like to do everything, like bracelets and stuff like that. So I'm planning on wanting to get it bigger and just do what makes me happy.
Very cool. I would like to end maybe, because we have this opportunity. There's a lot of women watching this show, a lot of young women, a lot of dreamers, and so they look up to you. What would you tell them?
I will tell them whatever it's in your heart, do it. You can do it. I always been wanting to have my store. I named it Karla Divine Shop. Divine because I believe in God. I know that God has been my rock to do things, you know, in life. And that's why I call it divine, because I was like, yeah, I know I can do this. So whatever it's in your heart, just go for it. I mean, don't think you can do it. I started this company 3 years ago, and I haven't still see fruits of it, but I know that I can make it happen. I put a little pause because of everything, the pandemic and the radio. I'm a mom, but still I haven't put that dream away. I still have that dream, and I want to make it happen. So just go for it. Don't be afraid. And whenever you feel so stressed out and under pressure, that's a good sign. That remember that whenever you're under pressure and things are going crazy, you're growing every time. Whenever complications come, you're growing, getting stronger, and knowing how to deal with situations. So I guess that's a good part of life.
When you put divine on something that it's so close to your heart and a dream, so have you always believed in God? Did you come from a family that always, it's not religious per se, which you could
not
be,
religious, but you touch a very special thing in life. I came from, I'm not gonna put it in like a religion, but I was Catholic before, my family. And during my life, I went through a very hard situation in marriage. That's something that I haven't told anyone. It was really bad to the point that we were almost probably getting a divorce. And that's when crazy things starting to happen. I remember one day I was in the kitchen of my home crying by myself. And that's when I called God and I said, I need you to help me. Funny thing, I have a sister that she became Christian. And we always criticize, oh, now she's all Christian and da-da-da. And then she offered if I wanted her to pray for me because I got very depressed. And I was skinny and depressed. And I said, yes, please come and pray for me. And then she told me, you know what? I was at work and I saw you crying and begging for help in the kitchen. That's crazy. I know. It's crazy. It was like, to me, it was a sign that God hurt me. And that was the first time that I really, really started thinking about God. I knew that there's a God. I knew because of my family, that's what they teach you. But I never had that like experience, if you want to call it like that.
Yeah, like he's saying, hey,
yes,
I'm here.
Yes. So she told me that, and I never told anyone that because my family didn't know I was depressed. I didn't tell no one. So from there, I started getting up, I started praying, I started going to church. I don't go to church as much as I used to go before, but I know that God has been a big part in my life because everything is good in my family. My husband and I are doing good, my kids, everything. Everything turned for good. So it was a very positive experience in my case. So that's why I believe that's why I called it Karla Divine Shop.
Thank you for
because
sharing
of that experience.
Thank you for sharing that, because it's not easy to share those hard moments. I know that in most successful people's life, there is something that they keep just to themselves, which is sort of that fire that actually gets them going.
Because a lot of people can say, oh, you went to church, now you think you're a saint, la la la. That's why. But you know what? I'm not ashamed to say that that's what saved my marriage. If some people might work in a different way, but that's what worked for me, really, in a great way. And my biggest connection was when my sister told me, I saw you. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's weird, because how would she have known?
My family didn't even know that I was depressed and that I was having problems in my marriage. Yeah. They didn't even know. No one, not even a friend, because I didn't have friends. So it was only me suffering, going through the struggles until that happened.
Awesome. I think that was very important to end it. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing all that. And guys, I know you got a lot of value from this interview with Karla Alonso. So make sure that you follow her, and her information will be somewhere around this video. And make sure that you tune in for the next episode, because we always bring you people that are making it, that are influencing other people to do good. And so let us also, if there's a section for comments, let us know the takeaways that you got from this episode. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Thank you, Mauricio.
Oh, thank you.